Okay, from this starting point here, what I mean by big three, I'm going to talk about cultural impact and not manga sales. To be fair, the big three right now is about manga sales, but that's kind of hard to beat if you're comparing other mangas, because then you have to research what is considered new gen and how much they've sold, and if that's like enough to be compared to others, because then you have to introduce graphic novels and manhwa into it if you really want to count that. So it's kind of hard to do, but I'm gonna just go based off cultural impacts. So please, if you don't agree, tell me what your big three is in the comment section below. Your new gen big three. There's a difference between new gen and current gen, and I'll get into that in a bit. Shonen Jump magazine has been dominating the manga industry for such a long time, to the point where it feels like the Shonen Jump magazine feels like it's giving you all the content that you want. Like, all your favorite animes and mangas are most likely a shonen, if we really think about it. They give us like oldies such as Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, to like classics of the big three like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, to modern classics like MHA, JJK. That kind of rhymed. MHA and JJK. That kind of rhymed, actually. So, the big three. If you're unaware of what the big three is, it's the big three best-selling mangas of all time. And this consists of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. All of three of these mangas have dominated Shonen Jump's magazine, and has essentially kind of shaped the brand of what shonen is today, and inspires multiple people to want to improve their lives, and heck, even want to write their own mangas. So, clearly, the big three is very, very important when it comes to the anime industry, right? However, these two out of these three series have ended, and here's them. Naruto's ended a while ago. Bleach's manga's already ended, with a continuing One Piece still carrying the legacy of the big three. To be fair, I'm just saying One Piece is personally my favorite anime of all time. I'm not caught up yet, but I'm in like the whole Cake Island arc where like Sanji's fighting Luffy right now. I actually love it so much right now. It actually hurts to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot. But like, blabbering aside, One Piece is still continuing to go on and most likely won't wrap up until like years from here. With arresting Naruto and Bleach aside, it feels like this era of the big three has kind of ended already. Now, what is essentially something that could like be the replacement? The big three could truly never be replaced, okay? So if we're gonna go by cultural impacts, here is current gen big three. This is the current times of big three, not new gen, current. It consists of My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. All three of these are current gen animes and mangas that are shaping an entire generation of how they see Shonen Jump. Sure, it's not as legendary as the big three, but for what it is right now, so many people have got into anime because of these three right now. Simply because getting into either one of the big three is like a big commitment. You have to read over 1,000 chapters for One Piece. Naruto's like 700, I believe. I don't know about Bleach, but because I haven't seen Bleach or Naruto. I've only seen One Piece out of the big three, and maybe I should consider trying otherwise. If you really look at it, the current big three is a parallel between the actual big three. One Piece and My Hero Academia is kind of like people, the bare minimum being of people having unique abilities within the world, but some people choose to do bad with it. Jujutsu Kaisen is basically a very more mature, darker version of what Naruto is. Like, and I'm telling you, it's very tragic if you get to a certain point of the show and manga. And Demon Slayer, although I haven't seen Bleach, I don't know, I just saw they had swords. I thought that was kind of like, you know, something you could, like, not relate to, but, you know, something you kind of connect together. So, this generation has already kind of ended within itself as well, with My Hero Academia's manga ending in, like, July of 2024, JJK's manga ending at October of 2024, Demon Slayer's ended a while back, like a few years ago, so this generation's kind of already over within itself. There's like a whole nother video topic that I want to do based off why these series are so much shorter than before, but quick answer is that Shonen Jump has so many more properties now that they could just let go of in the author's own terms and be okay with it. It really won't affect that much because outside of manga and anime views, merchandising as well also adds to the company. So, what now? Well, the anime adaptations of these current big three have kind of already ended as well. My Hero Academia's anime adaptation has ended, like, as of recording this video, like a few months ago already. JJK has entered within the Colon Game Saga Part 1 of Season 3. And oh my gosh, the animation looks so beautiful for this. Seriously, look at what they're doing with the MAPPA employees. Like, I genuinely think that their kids are going to be shonen protagonists that don't have a father or are orphans because their dad is animating the latest season of JJK. Like, it looks so beautiful. That and Demon Slayer is ending its anime adaptation with a trilogy of 3 movies calling the Infinity Castle arc. Oh my gosh, I genuinely can't tell which one's better. Demon Slayer looks so beautiful, I'm telling you. Look at these 2 shots alone from both of like the season 3 of the Colon games and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. They look so beautiful. Like I'm telling you, they did not have to cook this hard for viewers. So, yeah. My Hero is already bit to dust in terms of both anime and manga. JJK is bit the dust for the manga, but the anime is still going. Same with Demon Slayer. As for JJK, honestly, I expect these 2 remaining anime adaptations to end within, I'd give it until the end of the 2020s or by far early 2030s. Which, honestly, checking the schedules for both of these films, most likely early 2030. So, most likely by the early 2030s that these 2 remaining anime adaptations end. So, with all this aside, both generations of like the big 3 have kind of already ended already. And finding a new big 3 is such a very hard task to find because then you wonder, does it have to be limited to shonen and the Viz label in general, or could it just be any manga in general? This was kind of a tricky, very, very tricky debate to do, not gonna lie. Because to be fair, it is very hard to please all anime fans. So bear with me, guys, as I explain to you the new current big 3. For starters, the big 3, like I said, can never be replaced. It's about like storytelling and for future references. Right now, all I know, like a very random manga right now could reach One Piece level storytelling. And I don't even know about it right now. Hopefully this video ages well. Please don't be mad at me. The sniper from the previous video is still up in my roof. Yeah, I'm pretty much heard like they zoomed in on their scope too, and like it's flashing. So, what should be the current big 3? I don't think it should be another parallel like what JJK, Demon Slayer, One Piece, My Hero Academia are. I think it should be simply defining its own thing. So, number 1 is Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Now, before you click off this video, no, Frieren is not a Gunner anime. So, if you don't know what Frieren Beyond Journey's End is about, it's about Frieren, a mystical age immortal elf that lives her life like not like humans, and she's over 1,000 years old, but doesn't value time as much as we do. As humans only have like a short lifespan, to Frieren that's only a blink of an eye for her, as one day she gets recruited by a group of heroes. They set out for a decade, like I'm pretty much sure more than a decade now I'm thinking about it, probably like 30 years quest of adventuring. Frieren to her, like that didn't really mean a lot to her, but while at her looking back as all like her party members are dead, she goes through like an emotional journey about how to value humans and the meaning of life. Currently right now, season 2 is airing, and oh my gosh, from what I've seen of it, it is so good. I absolutely love Frieren Beyond Journey's End and is in my top 3 animes. I will get into my top 3 animes at the end of the video. But Frieren is such an emotional journey arc. Some people say it's boring, but it's because it's a slow burner and it's something you have to be patient for. Sure, you may not get your reward now, but it comes down later within the runtime of the show. And there was a whole arc dedicated to like, what if Frieren like had all her knowledge from the future to like kind of value her friends again. And that was probably one of my favorite arcs of the entire manga too. So, yeah, in a way, it's a very slow burn show, and it's not only about the flashbacks, but of how Freeran goes on from someone that is kind of heartless in a way. She was kind of heartless in the beginning arcs, to someone who finds a new party members and doesn't want to make the same mistakes again and tries to mentor her mage predecessor Fern and Warrior Stark, young Warrior Stark. As this is a story, not about a story about battle, but a story about emotional journey and how to value the things that are even the smallest in this world. Honestly, this is a theme that I feel like should be told in like ways like this, because to be fair, you kind of get that a lot from like probably your parents, like, hey, just enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment, bub. I'm from Boston. But genuinely, we're seeing it from a perspective of someone that doesn't age at all. And honestly, I find that very, very touching in terms of storytelling. Freeran, I'm not sure if it's going to end anytime soon. I'm just buying the volumes right now. I'm waiting for volume 14 as of recording this. But I love it so much already. Like, I see myself, like, trying to buy every volume, wanting to catch up on the story, because genuinely, it's starting to be kind of like you're running up a hill, and by the time you're going downhill, it goes by so fast to the point where you're like, wait, it's over? Freeran has the potential to become probably a very big terms of emotional storytelling for this current generation, and that's why I put it in the first category of the big three. Please check out Freeran. It is such a good one. I promise you, like, this one really changed on how I see time and perspective myself, not to glaze or anything, but genuinely. It's genuinely so good. Okay, for the number 2 slot. Honestly, I think this one belongs to Gachi Akuda. Now, again, I see the sniper. I see the sniper like getting like brighter. Let me preach. All right, so what is Gachi Akuda? So Gachi Akuda is a story about Rudo and how the system in his world works as if anything's trash, it's practically worthless. Kind of similar to how modern society is. But the thing with Gachi Akuda is like how it shows the theme of not that, like how valuing something that may have no meaning is personally like good for you, as you see it through its power system, which is probably my favorite part about Gachi Akuda. The power system works like this. You have a special object that personally matters to you most, and through your faith and everything in the object, it becomes a stronger weapon throughout the course of your time with it. I find this to be so intriguing, including the fact that how the story goes is Rudo kind of values trash as not as something that as worthless, but as something that can be given new life to. And the story is about him kind of getting executed into a world full of trash, as he meets like a group called the Cleaners. Such a great one, in my opinion. Freeran to me is an emotional story. Gachi Akuda, straight action and so much like philosophy put into it. So yeah, Gachi Akuda is genuinely good because of the feeling of, oh, just because something isn't like, just because something's thrown away doesn't mean it's like worthless. No, genuinely, genuinely, it's the power system itself speaks for how that message alone. So what else about Gachi Akuda? Its characters are very fleshed out as well. At first, you kind of don't get much of like the origin stories, but I'm pretty much sure down later on, from what I'm reading right now, you actually get so much like lore and intel on these characters, just to the point where it's like, oh, that's why this one's such like a cool person. Like, trust me, like it's not like a slow burn like Freeran. It's more of a, hey, you gotta, like, if you want to fully appreciate this, you gotta notice this part and this part. Gachi Akuda's art also is so beautiful. Like, I don't know how, but I don't know how these people put up these pages enough. Like, I'm pretty much sure, like, the working conditions in Japan are way worse than they are in America to make comic books, but trust me, it's so worth watching. Gachi Akuda's first season alone actually did pretty well and got a lot of traction in terms of the manga. Well, I don't know how, because prior to the anime release, I wanted to collect the volumes to kind of see where the anime was going to adapt. I couldn't find anything but the first volume. That was it. They had nothing, nada. I'm pretty much sure I screwed that up, but nothing in stock. But like, I went back a month after like the anime finished, and they had like one of like those little poster cards where it tells you like context of the story, and like nearly every volume. So Gachi Okuda clearly got like a lot of traction from its first season alone, and with the philosophy of the power system and how Rudo feels like he wants to fight back against all those people that kind of disown trash, feels like a very powerful story that could potentially be like one of the best of the new current big three. Not current big three, new gen big three. So for that, Gachi Okuda belongs in the second place in the big three. Third place. This one was very hard. I have two alternative scripts of this video. One was supposed to be Chainsaw Man, but the other one was supposed to be Dan Da Dan. These two are honestly so legendary right now for what they're doing. And to be fair, they're both rated R in a way. But I mean, Dan Da Dan isn't graphic or violent. Just like the context within the story is like very weirded out. So let's start off with it. So I'm gonna just... These two, the comment section could decide what either one should belong to, because I can't even decide myself. So I'll tackle Chainsaw Man first because I like Chainsaw Man a lot. Chainsaw Man is about a boy named Denji and how he craves love and affection, however doesn't really know how to express it as well. So what happens is that like he kind of craves it in like intimate ways, but in heart he just genuinely finds any of like the smallest of details of like women like treating him as somewhat of a miracle, and how people abuse his good heart by his devil heart. There's these things called devils around Japan, and they're like kind of specialized in like some sort of way. Denji is the chainsaw devil. Well, actually Pochita is, but Pochita was kind of like his only source of love and affection, but he sacrificed himself for Denji to live and possesses his chainsaw abilities. It's almost like he's a chainsaw man. Say that again. Trust me, it may sound weird at heart, but genuinely, like, I feel like this relates so much, especially to, like, young adults maybe out there. It's such a good one. Trust me, you'll like it. And if anyone thinks it's, like, a very freaky anime, trust me, it is so much more than that. It's about a boy that just gets abused and just simply wants the smallest of things. To be fair, humans themselves crave, like, very small things. But that doesn't mean like their goals aren't worth as much as like people that have bigger goals in mind, you know, such as, I don't know, like world peace or something like that. Like, all Denji wants is just love. That's not really much to ask for, but for him it means the whole world because he truly never had that. Not to say that if you have love you can't want a special someone, but because he just wants to feel important. And throughout Chainsaw Man you get used to like the side cast of characters, like his little like family in a way. And trust me, the Reze arc breaks you. Like I'm telling you, it actually breaks you. I suggest watch the movie instead of the manga because, I don't know, I feel like the animation in the movie just feels so much good. And to be fair, the internet didn't break as much as it did for when Reze died than when she died in the movie. So I think just watch the Reze movie first. It sounds freaky, but trust me, it's such a good watch. And I kind of call these two are going to be like temporary members of the big three. The comment section, like I said, could decide all this. For long term, I haven't read of what Chainsaw Man has for long term. I'm probably the least qualified person to ask about the new big three. Okay, I just want to make anime content because like I have such an anime nerd. I'm thinking about it. I'm a nerd in general. Gosh, I just realized it. Maybe I should call myself nerd. I hate when it's quiet. Anyways, Chainsaw Man, genuinely good movie. Genuinely good manga / anime. The animation is actually pretty decent within itself, done by Studio Mappa, same as JJK Season 3. So, hey, at least you get the same animation quality. JJK is low-key kind of better right now, but trust me, go ahead, watch Chainsaw Man. There's some weird moments in it, but trust me, once you get to it at certain points, you'll actually not regret it. You'll just have to trust me on this one, okay? So, second, like I said, was Dan Da Dan. Now, for one, Dan Da Dan is very, very weird, but that's the core essential of it. the title Dandadan itself sounds so weird to say. I could say Dandadan, Dandadan, Dandadan. No, but for real, Dandadan seems like a very weird anime. And not gonna lie, you guys are like, this doesn't deserve to be in the new big three. Well, like I said, comment section to decide this. But essentially, Dandadan is about a kid that, how do I explain this in a way? He's a kid that loses something important to live as a human being. Well, not like too important to the point he'll die, but like he loses something, all right? I'm just gonna leave it there. And how he meets a psychic girl that gets ghostly powers, and he gets possessed by like a Japanese spiritual demon that's like apparently a real myth in Japan. That's actually very cool. Dandadan's crazy, chaotic like sequences and everything, it's what defines it. Literally, Freddy Fazbear himself could pull up in the Dandadan universe, and that would just be a regular Tuesday for the group. Honestly, to be fair, I wouldn't actually be surprised if like something like that ever happened. Actually, to be fair, we did get that collab with All Might and the Deadpool manga, so I'm not too surprised there. So, Dandadan's weird, chaotic nature is what defines it, as well as the side cast as well, containing of Momo, Kentakura or Okarun, Gigi, Ira, and Turbo Granny, but she's kind of, like I said, the myth of Japan. Oh, and Momo's grandma. No, but in all seriousness, the sidecast itself and the dynamics that you see between the characters is really what shapes what Dandadan is. It's not supposed to be like a serious long-term story, such as like One Piece or Frieren or Chainsaw Man. It's not meant to be taken an emotional level. It's just simply saying, hey bro, you've had a long day, turn off your brain and just watch it. Okay, that's what Dandadan's supposed to be. It sounds weird, but trust me, the action sequences and the character dynamics is to me what shapes Dandadan what it is. For me, I think it belongs somewhat in the big three from what I've seen of it. I'm not reading the manga, but I'm waiting for season 3. It's also a bit of a romance anime too, when you think about it. And what I see of it is how Momo and Okarun's powers kind of need each other in a way. And that's how like their relationship kind of resembles that as well, as Okarun needs like Momo's guidance of like telekinesis, and Momo needs Okarun. Like their power dynamic is kind of like a psychological thing for their relationship. I've heard that Okarun confessed. I actually want to see that like in the show. But in general, right now from what I've seen of it, Dandadan is shaping to be a very weird and out of place for the new gen big three, but that's the point of Dandadan in general. So you know what? It's a debate between Dandadan and Chainsaw Man. So the comment section decide, because I can't, okay? I'll even make a poll and everything if this gets a certain amount of views. But yeah, from what we have of it so far, this seems like a pretty solid lineup. You got the emotional one, you got like the emotional story, the slow burner. You also got the action and cool power system with flashy moves, while also some good intel on the lore. And between two chaotic enemies, not gonna lie, both of them are kind of the same, if you really think about it. But in general, this is shaping to be what the big three for this new generation should be. As much as I would have loved to put some other cool animes up here, for what I've seen so far of it, these seem like the most for cultural impacts. A lot of people like Frieren a lot. Gachi Okuda was also very well received. Dandadan's very well received as well. All three of these feel like the most reconditionalized ones for this new generation of the big three. But to me, I wanted to go into depth on why these are generational, not generational, but why these are so popular. So it's the debate, Chainsaw Man versus Dandadan. Let the comment section decide. Not gonna lie, now that I'm recording this video, I'll kind of slide with Dandadan for this one. I don't know, I just kind of slide for Dandadan for this one. But now, in terms of long term for both of these, eventually there's gonna be a point where Denji finds that special someone. If Fujimoto could be hugged for once, then yeah, we could definitely get something happy for Denji for once, you know? that isn't ruined at the last moment. For Dandadan, eventually there has to be a point where Okarun gets his you know what, I'm not gonna say it, but there has to be a certain point. All these animes are gonna end at one point, and eventually, I don't know, like 10 to 5 years from now, I'm gonna have to make like another one of these videos. If the channel's even here by then. I plan it to be, but I still hope so. I genuinely love making this content for videos. So yeah, this is the new Big Gen Big 3. And like I said earlier, the Big 3 could genuinely never be replaced. Now, I want to discuss my Big 3 for a moment. My top 3 animes. Guys, this one's actually a very, very hard list to do. Mine consists of One Piece at number 1, My Hero Academia at number 2, Frieren at number 3, but to be fair, the number 3 spot is between Frieren and Assassination Classroom, one of my favorite mangas of all time. If you guys have seen Assassination Classroom, you would know how it ends and how like tragic it is. That's another recommendation I highly recommend, especially new gen beginner anime fans. It's so emotional. Like I'm telling you, like the ending actually made me cry for a bit. But yeah, clearly I'm terrible at deciding these type of debates. I'm more of a yes man now I'm thinking about it than the action guy. But yeah, what is your current Big 3? And what do you think should be improved upon this list? So comment below in the comment section. I'm gonna go eat a bagel. Goodbye.